And hello and welcome back. In this video, I'm just going to go for a little mini tour of all the dry goods and bits and pieces we have in the shop. So you might keep doing the fish and miss out all this wonderful stuff. So stay tuned. We will try and do this in one take as to not be too boring, but there won't be any fish and stuff all over the screen because we're not even going to bother editing. I might cut out the boring bits, but that's about it. So we're starting with all the little dry goods and bits and pieces. These are ornaments. So there are lots of weird ornaments. Check out all those. Tons and tons of different stuff. This stuff changes all the time. There is some retro stuff from the 1980s. Look how glowy that is. That's so tacky. It's so great. Yeah, welcome to the 70s. That spins around and stuff with your bubbles when you connect an air pump to that. There's little mini ones for like $6 and stuff. There's some fake rocks. So if you want your sort of rocks that alter your pH, but you don't want to alter your pH, that's what they are. This sort of stuff here is the base rock that will bring your pH and your hardness up. And this stuff here is your Texas Holy Rock. So these aren't terribly expensive. I think that's like a $9 rock, but all the holes in that, perfect for African cichlids, high pH sort of stuff. So if you don't have high pH and you still want the same rocks, that's what this stuff is. It is a fake high pH rock. Go figure. It has its place. Lots of cool little ornamenty things. There's a starfish playing a guitar. Everyone needs that. No fishing octopus. A no fishing shark. A no clowning around Nemo. Lots of different bits and pieces. I have no idea what those are, but you should come in and grab those. What are they? Hasn't even got a price on it. Oh, I should give that away to the first person that says they've seen it for free in this video. I may just do that. Try me. What else have we got? We have skulls, more skulls. We have stereotype castles. Everyone needs a castle. We have driftwood that is not real driftwood. So if you want a piece of wood in your tank, that one is actually kind of cool. That is a nice piece of wood. Fake, nice, fake. It's got a hole in it, as it does. So we have driftwood if you don't want the tannic acid, which is the brown stuff coming out. Fake coral ornaments and stuff like that. Some more castles. I think all the cool psychedelic ones have sold again. Oh, there's one. Look at that. That's weird. Weird and cool. So lots of cool stuff like that. Tons of little plastic plants, more plastic plants. I have no idea what that is. That is like a stone flower. So if you would like this stone flower for free, you need to come in and say that I've said it in this video that you can have this for free if you come and it's still here. There we go. That made no sense, but you know, it's a one-take video, so you'll figure that one out. Lots of other cool things. Liony thing. We have real driftwood. So all these hollow logs and that have been handcrafted and cut out. So perfectly fine in the water. You just need to soak them first to get the tannic acid, which is the brown stuff, out. Lots of coconut hides. Tons of them. They are really good for breeding your fish. So any of your little coconut hides like that, perfect for mini dwarf cichlids like apistogrammas, rams, little catfish will go in those. If you want logs for your bristlenose and suckerfish to breed in, L numbers, bristlenose and that breed in these. They are closed off at one end. So that in the wild, the bristlenose go into like clay banks and then they fan away. Female lays the eggs, male looks after them. So that just recreates what they do in the wild without having a clay bank in your tank because that's not sensible. Tons of those, so different sort of shapes, square ones, half rounds, all that sort of wonderful stuff. We have huge logs, perfect for axolotls, that sort of size, because the axolotl's not going to get too big for them. Bigger plecos, catfish, knife fish are going to go in those. There is a few different rocks of petrified wood, which is actually a rock, not wood. Was wood like 1 billion years ago. Yeah, really nice rocks. They go by weight. That's like $19 rock. But look at that. That is a pretty nice rock. So I got a few of those. Also have some of this really cool Java wood. Look at the hole in that. So decent size, just need to soak them first. Perfect for fish tanks. I think a piece like this, 36. So that is a $36 piece of driftwood. Really nice. There are tons of those. So we've got a whole other side of them out there. Other side of them. Whole side of the shop is covered in driftwood. So I'll show you those in a bit. plastic logs, if you don't want the tannic acid and all that sort of stuff, they will still grow algae and all that and still look pretty cool in your tank. Tons of these, which are hollowed out logs. Once you soak them, they are perfectly fine in a tank. So it probably takes between a week and about a month to fully soak. I've got some really big ones of those I'm soaking for my big tanks at the moment. If you haven't seen the big tanks turn up last week, just go back to one of the other videos. Yeah, heaps of these. I think there's a few different sizes. That sort of size, I started about sort of 39 for something that big, which is about a foot long. So what's that, 30 centimeters, 12 inches, something like that. Moving along, that's obviously more of your Texas Holy Rock, which is designed to bring your pH up. We have base rock as well, sold by the kilo, perfect for Africans and all that wonderful stuff. You need the high pH. So we have, how am I going for not doing any editing? Oh, look at that. It's been 5 minutes and I haven't cut it. I don't know if we can cope with another 5 minutes like this, but we'll see. I'll start going blah, 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 blah. I have lots of terrariums. I have pretty much just about every size terrarium. So this one here, the Exoterras, are pretty awesome terrariums. This is the 90 by 90. They're about $799. Expensive, but they are awesome. They come with a big polystyrene background to it. The doors open. So this one here is the slightly smaller version. So that is 90 centimeters. This one is 60 centimeters, and they're both 90 high. So this is our Lego Paludarium. If you haven't seen that, there's a video somewhere with it as well. There's a Lego, there's a Paludarium. So there are shrimp in there somewhere, but a Paludarium just means water, which is a fish tank. That is actually water, by the way, and a land area. So very easy to do. These are just live plants attached to the back wall, decent lighting, and little sprayers. So you can water them by hand, just a little spray bottle. These are bromeliads. These are all live plants. Very, very easy to grow. So we sell all these. They're about $4 to $5 each. They're mini plants. So these have probably been in here, I think a good 2 or 3 years. Might even be 4 years now. So we'll say 3 years. Yeah, and they just have little tiny babies. So these little babies here have actually grown in this terrarium, paludarium. That's a terrarium, that's an aquarium, that's a paludarium. So moving along, we have tons more stuff. Still redoing all this. If you haven't seen my last video, I am now getting all this shelving. All this shelving is going to go. Nice black shelving. Then I'm going to put lights on it. It's going to be a lot nicer than what it is now. So at the moment, it's just a giant big mess of stuff. Plastic plants, ornaments, tacky skulls. Everyone needs a tacky skull. I think we have some tacky, there you go. Another tacky skull, crocodile skulls, tons of driftwood, more skulls, bulbs, reptile stuff. Nice curved tanks. So these are 60 centimeter tanks, so 2 foot. They are about 80 litres, 85 litres, but they are 60 centimetres by 35 by 40. That is curved glass, so one piece curved at the front, and they're just normal fish tank at the back. So I think they're 5mm too, so they're a decent thickness. They come with like a lid that sits perfectly on top, and they've got the little black sponge base that goes underneath, so you don't need to use tacky polystyrene or anything like that. So we've got them. Also have quite a few other curved tanks. So I think we've got all the little cubed ones. They sort of, little cubed ones start at, I think, about a 20 centimeter cube. Then they go to a 25 centimeter cube, and then we've got a 30 centimeter cube. So I've got heaps of those out the side as well. Range from 49 to 69. So they go 49, 59, 69. These ones here, which are like an elongated cube, so a rectangle. These ones, which are a rectangle, lots of these available as well. So I think this size is 59. They come with the glass lid, same again. But this is exactly the same size I used for this paludarium that we built the other week. So super easy to build this. If you want to see how to build this, I did a video on this last week as well. So it's 2 or 3 videos back on the little pagey thing. Very easy to use. So you don't have to cut anything. Polystyrene background, live plants. There's some guppies hiding in there somewhere. Even a little waterfall. That's a nice waterfall. So that tank there is that $59 tank you saw around there. We do have all-in-one tanks as well. So they come in 20 litres, 30 litres, 45 and 60 litres. They come with a light, LED light up the top and a little filter. So nice and easy to use with them. They start at about $99 for one of those. You can add a little mini heater and then you can go all your little tropical fish and stuff like that. So let's go look at what plants we have. So we have terrestrial plants as well. So this is our terrarium. So obviously a terrarium means no water in the bottom. So that is our build that we did, I think about 2 or 3 weeks ago or so. That's the one with the creepy frog picture on it. So you'll find that. Might be my face on a frog's body. Terrifying, terrifying. But that's going really, really well. But it tells you how to make these. So and all it is your different substrate layers, all your plants, and away you go. So we have all these really, really cool plants. So tons and tons of plants. Some of these are perfectly fine, like your lilies and that, to have your roots in your water. Sedoniums, which is that one there, they will grow water pretty much where the dirt is. You can have water, so you can have the roots growing into your fish tank, and then they'll grow out, obviously. So all these plants, and there are tons of them at the moment. We get different ones every week, but they are $12 or 2 for $20. There are mini plants as well. There are some really nice terrestrial plants. Look at that. I don't know if I can get the light. That's better. How nice is that? So all these ones are $5 each, or you can get 5 for $20, which brings them down to $4 each. There are tons of cool plants. That there is a little frilly bird nest fern. Usually they've got names on them, but I'm just kind of guessing, but it is a bird nest fern and it is frilly. I'm sure it's got a proper name. Tons of other different little ferns in there, alocasia, all sorts of stuff. These are the mini bromeliads. So these are the ones that we've used in the other paludarium you just saw, the Lego paludarium. They don't get any bigger than that. So they're the same as the ones in your garden. They just don't get into huge plants. So they'll have little babies at this size, perfect for terrariums and stuff like that. Quite a few succulents. There's some really cool succulents. More succulents. These are all local grown as well in Ipswich. Look at that one with the pink on it. That's a nice succulent. So yeah, lots of cool ones of those. Wow, look at the red one. That is a really nice plant. And these, with a pot like that, $5. Look at the pink one. Here we go. So yeah, lots and lots of those, more ferns down the bottom. So I still need to redo my terrariums here. So these are going to be moved, more shelving, more plants. We've got all the betta fish and stuff here, which you've seen in the other videos. Maybe more betta fish turning up next week or so, but there's still a good 100 or so males, and I think we've got like about 50, 60 females in the other tanks as well. Still need to move this terrarium. Still need to move most things. So lots of terrariums at the moment, lots of tanks. That is one of the curved tanks to give you an idea of how big they are. It's not on a stack. Tons of driftwood. Look at the size of that hollow log. That is huge. Tons of spiky wood, all sorts of cool stuff. That is a really nice piece. So some really nice driftwood. I think some Malaysian golden vine, which is a really, really hard wood as well. That's a nice piece. Tons and tons and tons of that sort of stuff. So without boring you too much, more terrariums, just about every size terrarium. After the weekend of people buying terrariums, everything is all over the place, but I will get back to making this more manageable in the next day or two, and then we'll have more terrariums turn up. So I think that is probably most of the dry goods. I won't bother going through all the fish foods, all the filters, all that sort of stuff, because it's a little bit boring. We might do that in another one. We've got all these little bromeliads too, which are little mini cuttings. So exactly the same as the other ones, but there's some really, really nice ones in these. Same price. You can get 5 of them for $20 or $5 each. We have some Groots. There's a Groot. Oh, there was a new Groot too. So these are little Groot planters for $29.95. But we have this one here. Check out that. That is a new Groot. So there was 2 different types, but that is just one type. We will have more of those. Probably not for another week or so, but we usually get these little guys in. So anyway, hopefully that was not too boring for you. kind of a little bit different than the normal videos, and I managed to do it in one take without cutting. Wow, that's like magical. So yeah, if you like this video, click thumbs up. If you like the ones with all the other weird fish and stuff swimming around, don't stress, I'm still going to do those because I find it fun and I like fun. So yeah, click the thumbs up if you like this one, and subscribe if you want to subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.